Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Technique Baseball Online. My name is Manny Torres. I'm the founder of Technique Tigers Baseball Academy. Today, I want to talk to you guys about our SKOOL platform. Right now, we are in infancy stages of our SKOOL platform. We launched it last Thursday and we're up to 67 members. Today is May 13th. It's Monday, May 13th. We launched it on Thursday. We're up to 67 members. We're excited to continue to grow this platform for youth baseball players and youth baseball player parents so that you guys have a place where you can not only learn about baseball, but the hitting, pitching, fielding, catching aspect, but also about many things that are not talked about in baseball training. As you can see, we laid out this platform pretty clean. We got goal setting, mindset shift, motivation, accountability, habits training, mental prep, nutrition. We have an exercise index with over 200 exercises. And again, we got hitting, pitching, fielding, catching, workout templates, and baseball situations. We're still building out some of the modules, but today's lesson, I want to talk to you guys about goal setting. Introduction to goal setting. This is very important that you guys set a good foundation on your goals. Goal setting, what does it mean? Goal setting is a process of identifying specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound objectives that individuals strive to achieve both personally and professionally. So we're talking about SMART goals, which we'll talk about later. Is an acronym that means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. The importance of setting goals is that establishing clear goals provides direction, enhances focus, boosts motivation, and increases productivity. So when you have goals and you set them and you write them down, right, it's almost like you're holding yourself accountable. I always tell my athletes that there's something magical that happens when you write stuff down, right? When you actually write stuff down with a pen, not with a text message or into your notes. I'm talking about actually write it down. Put pen to paper and write it down, because you have to actually think before you write it down. And then when you write it down, it's official. All right. We have three sections here of theory of goal setting. Number one, goal setting theory, self-determination theory, and control theory. Let's talk about each. Goal setting theory. The key principles to setting goals is clarity, make them challenging, commit to them, feedback, and the complexity of the goals. All right. Clarity. Goals should be clear and specific. Challenge. Goals should be challenging yet achievable. That's very important. Challenge yourself, but be realistic and make those goals achievable. Commitment. Higher commitment leads to better performance. Of course, anything that you're committed to, okay? If you do it repeatedly over and over and over again, and you show commitment, all right, you're more likely to perform better at it. It's just repetitions. Feedback. Continuous feedback is essential for progress. Now, when you say, Coach, what is feedback, right? Taking video of what you're doing now, right? And wanting to improve your backside and your swing, or wanting to improve your mechanics, and take video every single week. And then now you have measurable progress over time. I want you guys to understand that the foundation of being successful is setting goals. That's why it's the first module in our platform here on SKOOL at Technique Baseball Online, which eventually is going to be Technique Baseball Select. And we're going to get a little deeper into that. But right now, we're setting a foundation. Feedback. You always want to have feedback. Continuous feedback is essential for progress. Again, if we take video week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, those are all measurable things. That's feedback that you can look at and see how you're progressing in the areas that you want to progress. And then, of course, task complexity. Goals must match the individual's capabilities. Be realistic. All right. As a coach, I tell my players, write down your goals, but be realistic. All right. And then we move into the self-determination theory. Focuses on intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Suggests that setting goals aligned with intrinsic motivation leads to better adherence and satisfaction. Whatever comes from the inside, whatever comes from your soul, whatever comes from the inside, your mind, your body, whatever, however you want to talk about it, right? All right. Some people talk about, this, heart, right? But I would like to say that up here, right? Between the ears is where all the magic happens, right? And you want to make sure that you got positive talk that you're making these goals specific and that they're realistic, but within your mind you believe you can achieve them. And then control theory emphasizes monitoring progress towards goals and adjusting behavior accordingly, suggests a continuous feedback loop for achieving goals. Again, we talk about tracking our progress over time, right? Over time, if we could track our progress, then we know which type of behaviors we can adjust in order to get to where we want to go. And then we work into our SMART criteria for goal setting. This is the acronym that means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Let's talk about being specific first. I want you to clearly define what you want to achieve. For example, I want to increase my exit velo by 10 miles per hour. That's a clear, specific goal. You want to increase your exit velo by 10 miles per hour. So if you're at 80 miles per hour week 1, you want to track it. So in week 2, you're at 82, and then you keep going all the way up to your goal, whether it's 90 plus or whatever you want to get to, right? That's specific, right? As specific, that's very important. Measurable, quantify your progress with specific indicators. For example, I will track my weight, body fat, and BMI each week to measure my progress. Same thing with exit velo, right? You take it down, you write it down on a chart, and you continue to see how your progress is going. Same thing with your body weight, same thing with your body fat. Those are things that you can measure over time. Achievable, ensure the goal is realistic and attainable given the available resources. Now, you want to make sure that all your goals are achievable. Be realistic with yourself. Of course, you want to challenge yourself. Dream big. Make those goals big. But be realistic and know within, your intrinsic talk, your self-talk, that you're doing all the necessary steps to achieve the goals that you set out to do. That's very important. Okay, sometimes I think that some athletes, they overshoot, right? They overshoot and they don't realize, like, wait a minute, I need to work on certain detailed things in order to get to this, right? Everything requires a plan and details, and that's why I think goal setting is very important. Relevant, align the goal with broader objectives and personal values. Okay, this goal aligns with my career aspirations to become a top baseball player. Okay, if you're working towards something every single day, right, it's relevant to you, right? Being a starter in varsity baseball as a freshman, that's relevant because you're pushing towards that, or getting a college scholarship, that's relevant, or being a professional athlete, that's all relevant to the work that you're putting in right now. Goal setting is so important, and that's why it's the first module for you guys, so you guys to understand how to set goals. And then, of course, the last but not least is time bound. So again, SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Set a deadline to create urgency and accountability. When you're setting goals, it has to have a timeline. For example, I want to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. I want to boost my exit velo in 6 weeks. So you got to plan, right? So you got to plan week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. What am I doing to get my exit velo from 80 to 90 plus? You have to put a plan, right? And you must make sure that you put a time bound onto it, because that's going to keep you accountable as an athlete, right? If you say, hey, I got to boost my exit velo by 10 miles per hour in 90 days, then you need to take all the action steps so that happens, right? And that keeps you accountable. Okay, some goal setting tips I want to give you guys. Break down goals. Divide larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. All right, take the big goals, okay, break them down and just start taking bite-sized pieces in action towards that big goal every single day. Track progress is very important. Monitor your progress regularly so that you stay motivated. Adjust goals. Be flexible and adjust as you go. Okay, because circumstances may change. You may get hurt. You might pull an abdominal. You might tweak your back. You might get sick for a week. It might set you back a little bit. So you want to be able to adjust goals as you go. And then, of course, celebrate achievements. This is one that's really overlooked. Like if you go from 80 to 85 in like 1 week in exit velo, celebrate the fact that you went up 5 miles per hour in 1 week because you took the action steps to do it. Celebrate that. Pat yourself on the back. Be excited about it, right? Be proud of that. Sometimes I think that athletes, we set goals, right? And then if we don't get from 80 to 90 in 1 week, you feel like nothing's accomplished because you didn't get to that 90. But don't forget, you started at 80, right? Don't beat yourself up. You got to get to 85 before you get to 90, right? When it comes to exit velo, I'm talking about progression, but you have to celebrate achievements. All right. And to conclude, goal setting is a strategic process that requires clarity, commitment, and regular review. By applying goal setting theories and frameworks like SMART, again, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, players can set and achieve goals that drive personal and professional growth. Now, I talk about personal and professional because at the end of the day, yes, you guys are student athletes, right? Sports happens after school, right? At the end of the day, nobody on this platform is going to play forever, right? So when you start to understand how to set goals as an athlete, then you're going to start setting goals as a person, as a student. And then when you go into the business world or when you go into the real world, now you understand how to set goals in any field that you go into. And that's why I'm excited to set this foundation for you guys. And here's a chart that I want you guys to utilize. You can download this, okay, print it out for yourself. And this is where you're going to write it down. On the left, you got your goal. Write your goal statement here. Action steps, the date you begin, again, specific, right, time bound, and the date that you need to make it happen. And here we have 4 goals, okay? Keep it simple. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with 10, 15 goals, right? Break down the big ones into 4 small pieces, right? And take care of every single one as you go. I think that this is very important that you write it down, pen to paper. Pen to paper is going to keep you accountable. Number one, pen to paper is you're always going to remember. And then pen to paper, you can always go back to read it again. Okay? Fold that thing up, put it in your dresser, go back to it, check it out every week. That way you keep yourself accountable. I think it's very important that you guys set a good foundation for yourselves by goal setting. All right. My name is Manny Torres, man. I want to help every single one on this platform to develop the skill sets to better yourself every single day at baseball. And I want you guys to always remember, you need to believe in yourself. Okay. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the actions that you take every single day to become a better baseball player and a better person. And I promise, if you get tough up here in between your ears, in thy mind, and you start to write down your goals and you start to fight to get to those goals and you strive and you take little small pieces every single day, okay, every single day to reach your goals, you'll get there and you'll be super happy that you put it down on paper and that you held yourself accountable to every single goal that you wrote. Have a great day, and again, believe in yourself.